Don't tell me, doon sa 16 million, hindi man lang kayo tumawag kay Mr. T. Para sabihin, Mr. T, itong check 101, ikaw ba namin ito o hindi? Pag sinabi ni Mr. T, ngayon, ilalag nyo ngayon doon sa libro kung sino yung tumawag at anong oras, yung pagtawag ninyo at anong araw.
Your Honor, good afternoon. Ang bangko po ay meron pong may internal policy para gawin po yan. Subalit po, sa dami po ng checking pumapasok sa amin, kailangan po namin mag-decide base po sa mga konsiderasyon at kasama po doon ang...
Bullshit! Sorry. No! Ako nga, hindi naman ako ganun kalaki ng pera ko. Pag meron akong check na inisyo ko, 10,000, tinatawag ko naman bangko eh. 10,000 lang nga, yung bangko tatawag sa akin. Mr. Tulpo, ikukuha namin itong check number na ito. 10,000 lang, yung pa kaya 16 million, sabihin mo sa akin, kasi ang daming check na pumapasok. Huwag mo naman ako i-bullshit.
Good afternoon po everyone, and before anything else, not only am I thankful but I'm grateful to Chairman Senator Raffy Tulfo for making this happen. I didn't know that a family estate issue would turn into a national issue. I'm a very private person. It was not my intention to end up here, but I'm truly grateful to you, Senator. If you will see in the video that they will, I'm not sure if they intend to show it, but when I approached Senator Raffy, he was my last recourse. I was hopeless because it's been 3 years. I come here as a widowed spouse of my husband. Alam naman po natin ang estate law that when a deceased, if he has an estate, it's divided accordingly to his legitimes, to his legitimate heirs. So ako po, bilang his widowed legitimate spouse, and he has 5 children. We were not fortunate to have children. I had miscarriages. So he has 5 children from his first marriage. So he was legally annulled. I didn't know po that, syempre nung my husband died December 16 of 2021. And it's already 2025. And I think it's really unfair that up to now the estate has not been distributed. Again, this is just supposed to be a family issue, but it has become now a national interest because when my husband died, I did not think naman po of doing my due diligence of taking care of the estate because I was grieving. But I didn't know that in the course of my grieving, I didn't know that money transfers were already being made by my stepchildren. And it's a good thing that a month after my husband died, I approached my lawyer in the person of Attorney Howard Calleja. I approached him and he was the one who encouraged me na ayusin na natin to, di ba? Ako naman po, Senator, wala naman akong iniisip na may gagawin ng mga bata. Kasi we're a family supposedly, it's not a perfect family. But when I started doing my due diligence and sending official letters to RCBC and Metrobank, they were not cooperative at the onset. Metrobank, RCBC initially told me they cannot give me and provide the information because of the bank secrecy law. And my argument with them was, what are you keeping the secret from when I'm the legitimate spouse? Similarly, with Metrobank po, I also sent them a letter with the same tone, and they also told me the same. It's a bank secrecy law. As opposed to, the stepchildren have full access to all the information of my husband's bank account. In fairness to RCBC, after some prodding, I was able to get hold of information from RCBC po. Kasi initially po, ang RCBC, ang binigay lang nila po sa akin is just a list of his bank accounts. So during the time when RCBC provided me in writing po ang list of bank accounts, the bank account of my husband had, the RCBC alone, my husband has 7 peso accounts and $1 account. When RCBC gave me the list, it was just the account numbers and that was it. Syempre po, as an heir, you need to know the value of the bank account, right? After some time, I was able to get hold from the head office of RCBC a copy of the amounts. When I saw the amount, sir, I'm not sure if it's safe to share, but when I saw the amount, the balance of the 7 peso accounts, 6 figures lang po yun. And hindi po ako naniniwala na 6 figures lang yung balance ng asawa ko. Kasi that means mas marami pa akong pera sa kanya, which is impossible. My husband owns 3 companies in Surigao del Sur. We have 176 employees. So, imposibleng 6 figures lang po yung balance ng account ng asawa ko from 6 accounts, of 6 to 6 accounts. So, finally, when I was able to get hold from RCBC of the real amount po, yun niya, hindi po ako makapaniwala. So, they provided me, sir, with the bank transaction history records, and dun ko po nakita, which your office has a copy of, dun ko po nakita that there were transfers being made even after his death, and even while my husband nakarata ospital at hindi pa po patay. My husband and I had COVID. My husband died from COVID. We were in the COVID ward. So obviously during the pandemic, no one is allowed in the COVID ward. So there is no way for the checks to be signed by my husband kasi COVID pa, naka-intubate pa siya. And nobody is allowed in the COVID ward. And then ang mas masakit po, Senator, as I mentioned to you during your show, withdrawals were being made after his death. And alam naman po natin ang batas that pag may namatay na po, frozen na po ang mga assets.
Pero alam ba ng bangko, ma'am, na
opo, kasi,
away na yung husband?
yes, sir, because they even sent flowers to our house.
Okay, so alam nila?
Opo.
Okay.
Opo. So, nagtataka po ako po walang access. Sila, hindi lang access yung mga stepchildren, pati fund transfers, which nakalagay naman po sa bank transaction history records. So, dumulog po ako sa programa niya, sir, because I tried, my lawyers tried to do everything that is legally possible, they reach out, tell the children, let's do everything amenable, pero the kids are not cooperative at all. We give credit to the lawyers of the children, but he's just the bearer of the news. Tagasunod lang naman siya. Ako, I give credit to the Calleja Law Office because they're very proactive. So,
and then meron tayo ditong letter from the PNP stating that ilan sa mga cheque ay forged. Okay. Tanungin natin naman sa PNP paano nila patunayan na forged yung mga checks na yan. For the meantime, I would like to talk to RCBC first. Meron mga representative from the RCBC.
Dito po, sir.
Okay. And sino yung unang gusto sumagot po doon sa mga katanungan ni Ms. Gina T?
Good afternoon, Senator. Good afternoon, everyone. Ang una pong tanong ay tungkol po dun sa pagkaalam po ng bangko tungkol sa death ng client natin.
So habang nakaratay pa yung kanyang husband sa COVID ward na wala namang pinapera kahit na sino pinaka-close relative, although dalawa silang nakaratay doon, bakit tuloy-tuloy pa yung bank transfer, tuloy-tuloy pa yung pagtanggap ng mga cheque na ma-encash? Why did it happen?
Senator, good afternoon po. With regards po dun sa mga cheque na pumasok noong sabi ni Ms. T na nakaratay si kliyente is nung pumasok po ito during that time, hindi naman po namin alam na kung ano katatayuan
hindi nyo alam
ng kliyente. So kami po ay nagbase lamang doon sa cheque na pumapasok.
Right. So do you have a way na para malaman kung yung signature ba ay forged o hindi?
Lahat po ng cheque na pumapasok sa bangko namin ay sinisili po yung mga image at minamatch po yung perma doon sa perma na meron po kami pinangahawakan na ginamit nung
Okay. I would like to call the attention of the PNP na nag-issue nitong certification na forged yung mga checks. Identify yourself, Colonel.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. We have the question document examination on...
Ano ang title niyo po sa PNP at ano po yung expertise niyo
Sir, I am the deputy director of operation, and also with us the person who conducted the examination and chief of the question documents division, sir.
Pero meron bang expert sa inyo na titingin sa mga signatures?
Yes, sir, we have that, sir.
And who's that
Also with
person?
yes,
What's his name?
Eduardo Del Rosario, sir, our document examiner, and also the division chief of question documents in your Pilinit Aguila, sir. So,
Okay, hello. Matanong ko lang, anong expertise meron kayo para masabi nyo na kayo ay capable sa pag-examine ng isang signature at madetermina kung yun ba ay forged o hindi?
sir, can we turn over to our question document examiner?
Yes po.
Yes, sir.
Maganda nga po sa lahat, particularly po kay Senator. Ako po si Leonid Villapando Aguila, Chief po ng Question Document Examination Division. So, mayroon po kami mga qualification before maging a document examiner.
Okay.
So, first, our course po is a criminology. So, we are a criminologist, and we have attended to some courses regarding the signature identification and examination. And I'm almost more or less 25 years as a document examiner po sa PNP Forensic Group.
Sounds good. Okay, so dito sa initial certification at meron kayo nilagay ng mga checker dito, mga exhibit na sinasabi ninyong forge. So paano po nasabi na forge? Yung mga checker na pinakita sa inyo ni Ms. Gina T.
Actually po, the findings that we give to that examination is an indication that the question signatures appearing on the 6 RCBC checks bearing signature of Mr. Alvin O. T. ay indication po that there are indications that they were not written by one and the same person. Indication lang po yung binigay namin kasi photocopies po yung 6 RCBC checks na in-examine namin.
Photocopies
Opo, sir.
na ibinigay ng RCBC kay Ma'am Gina na ipinasa sa inyo.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So RCBC, bakit photocopy? Bakit hindi cancel check mismo ang pinakita nyo kay Ma'am Gina? Di ba dapat may yung cancel check? Kasi doon makikita talaga mas malinaw yung pinaka.
Senator, ngayon po kasi ay tayo po ay naka-image-based clearing na simula po noong 2017. So yun pong mga original checks ay hindi na po bumabalik sa bangko na nag-issue nito.
Saan pupunta yung cancel check?
Ito po ay naiiwan kung saan i-deposit yung check.
So bakit hindi pwedeng kunin ba yan para ipa-examine natin ulit?
Nung pong nalaman namin itong kaso na ito is nung pong sumulat ang inyong tanggapan.
Kaya lang, so ipakita nyo yung bagong check para examine ng expert natin sa PNP. Huwag nyo bigyan photocopy para wala na kayo pwede maibutas. So dapat yung expert ninyo, pati expert ng PNP, tingnan natin sino magaling sa inyo. I want the cancel check. Ipagsabihin na namin yung cancel check.
I-request po natin ito sa bangko kung saan i-deposit yung check.
Yes, you must. You're from the main office, right?
Opo, sir.
Good. Wala ba kayong tinatawag na threshold amount na pag na-reach yung amount na yun, you have to call the depositor kung sa kanila itong signature, itong inisyong check at kung ikaw ba o hindi? Wala?
Senator, meron po kaming mga policies and procedures po sa mga ganyan.
So in the case sa account ni Mr. T, ano yung policy niyo o threshold niyo sa cheque na natatanggap niyo from him na para ini-encash o napasok?
Senator, hindi ko po kasi pwedeng ang ating policy ng bangko.
Okay, sige. Ayaw policy ng bangko. Pero meron kayong policy na gano'n in place. Nakita by the millions. Okay? Yung isang cheque, 1 million doon. Meron pa isang cheque at 16 million. Don't tell me, doon sa 16 million, hindi mo lang kayo tumawag kay Mr. T. Para sabihin, Mr. T, itong check 101, i-go ba namin ito o hindi? Pag sinabi ni Mr. T, ngayon, ilalag nyo ngayon doon sa libro kung sino yung tumawag at anong oras, yung pagtawag ninyo at anong araw.
Your Honor, good afternoon. Ang bangko po ay meron pong may internal policy para gawin po yan. Subalit po, sa dami po ng checking pumapasok sa amin, kailangan po namin mag-decide base po sa mga konsiderasyon at kasama po doon ang...
Bullshit! Sorry. No! Ako nga, hindi naman ako ganun kalaki ng pera ko. Pag meron akong checking na inisyo ko, 10,000, tinatawag ko naman bangko eh. 10,000 lang nga, yung bangko tatawag sa akin. Mr. Tulfo, igugo ba namin itong check number na ito? 10,000 lang, yung pa kaya 16 million, sabihin mo sa akin, kasi ang daming check yung pumapasok. Huwag mo naman ako i-bullshit. Mr. Peralta, huwag ako. That's a lot of money, 16 million we're talking about. We're not talking about 16,000 pesos. 16 million, maalarma ka na. Dapat yung tao ninyo dyan sa bangko, yung manager, tatawag na. Teka muna, totoo ba ito? O baka ninakaw lang itong checking ito at pinorge? O ngayon, may tatawag, sir, o pwede pagtawag sa bahay. O nandiyan pa si Mr. T, andito, pasang telepono, Mr. T. Okay ba itong checking ito? Ikaw bang pumirma ito? Ganun dapat. Pero paano matawagan? Nasa COVID ward nga eh.
Senator, with all due respect, ang bangko po ay mayroong mga threshold nga po, sabi ko nga po kanina. Ito po ay sinusunod naman ng bangko. Kaya
nga kung sinunod, bakit kung tumawag sila doon sa may isang check na worth 16 million, bakit hindi tumawag?
May iba pong mga konsiderasyon, Your Honor.
Anong konsiderasyon?
Tulad po ng anong mga detalye na nasa cheque, kailan po siya na-issue, kanino po ang payan ng cheque. At kung...
Sir, again, another bullshit. Regardless kung anong circumstances, regardless kung anong araw, regardless kung para kanino, etc., etc., pag sinabing you have to make a call because that's a policy dahil sa amount na yan ay malaki o na-reach na yung threshold, you have to make that phone call. Which you did that. Sabi ko sa akin, yung sa akin, 10,000 lang eh. Na sinulat kong cheque, tinatawagan na ako eh.
May record po kami, Senator Tulfo, na mayroon po kami mga ginawang pagtawag. Hindi ko lang po ma-confirm yung pinapakita.
Hindi, sa lahat ng cheque, tumawag kayo.
Sabi ko nga po, Your Honor, hindi po lahat.
Then you should have brought that with us today because alam mo, magkakahiling tayo tungkol dito. Then you should have brought it with us. Sabi nila, itong checking ganito, tumawag kami kay Mr. T, ang tumawag si Maria. Itong checking number 2, may tumawag kami at tumawag si Mario. Dapat meron na kayong ganun klase mga information because you know ahead of time na ito pag-usapan natin. Kasi sa susunod po, kung kita ulit dito, kikisahin kita ng 10 beses. Huwag kayo magsinungaling. Nalusutan kayo dito. Or, like I said in my radio program, I don't think it's a policy of RCBC na mandoko ng tao sa institution. Malinis ang RCBC. I don't have any problem with the RCBC. Pero, meron tao doon sa branch na yun na loko-loko. Na gumawa ng kalokohan. And that's what you have to find out. Huwag nyo na i-cover up. Admit your fault, mag-sorry, and then sipakin yun dapat sipakin.
Mr. Senator, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
We will do the necessary process and the investigation to make sure that if there has been a breach of our policies, we will punish the persons involved. But at this point po, Mr. Senator, we don't have the full information on it.
Then you have to investigate because once na nakita nyo sa inyo investigation, talaga nagkamali yung tao,
yes,
i-refund, ibalik yung pera.
Yes, we will, Senator, we will have our own investigation, but the result of the investigation, I cannot preempt at this point.
Okay. Ma'am Gina, parang gusto nyo magsalita? Go ahead po, ma'am. Pakiayos na.
Is it correct? Hello? Can I be heard?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, napapailing po ako sa comment ng RCBC. Katulad sinabi niyo, sir, they knew that there was a Senate hearing. They should have done their research. And it's been 3 years, Senator. It's been 3 years. Hindi po ako naging pabaya sa pagsulat ng reminder sa kanila. I've called them repeatedly. I've spoken to the manager in RCBC Tandag. They know yung aking lamentation, alam nila yung reklamo ko, but it fell on deaf ears, no? Hindi nila ako iniintindi. So, kaya nga dumulog po ako sa inyo because I saw naman the biases were geared towards the stepchildren. Okay? And
Because yung isa doon, politiko.
yung aking pong reklamo sa programa nyo, kaya ko po siya, I'm not singling him out.
That's why I've said, ma'am, sorry.
Consular
Politiko
po.
siguro, exactly.
He's a
Binili ka ng
counselor
pabor
po.
dahil may connection.
Opo. Hindi ko siya sinisingle out because konsehal siya. Because he was the single point of contact when we were still in speaking terms. Siya po ang single point of contact because lima silang magkapatid, ako lang mag-isa. So, sa akin, sir, kasi if you see the back of the checks, the money were transferred to a certain bank account, which is named Mighty Oaks Corporation. And Mighty Oaks is owned by Councilor Alvin T. and 4 of his siblings. And wala po siyang, 5 lang po sila dyan sa incorporation na yan. Wala po yung pangalan ng asawa ko dyan sa bangko na yan na nasa Metrobank kasi kaya hindi ma-frozen yung account na yun. Kasi wala ang pangalan ng asawa ko dyan sa board of directors. We have SEC papers that we generated, and Mighty Oaks is owned by Councilor Alvin T. and the 4 other children. That's where all the money went according to all the transaction history records of RCBC.
Sa katanungan RCBC, nalaman nyo na nag-pass away na yung husband ni Ma'am Gina, nagpadala po pala tayo ng flowers. Okay? Now, after his death, bakit tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung pag-transfer ng pera out of his account?
Senator, sa record po ng aming bangko, ang knowledge of death po ng branch, ng Tandag branch is January 11, kung kailan po si Ma'am Gina ay nagpadala sa amin ng sulat na in-acknowledge po ng branch. Doon po yung date na kami naman po ay nag-act para i-put on hold yung accounts po ni deceased client.
January 11 na freeze yung account.
Yes, Senator.
Ma'am Gina?
Sir, the bank officers went to my house during the week, aside from sending me flowers. Don't you think po na pumunta kayo sa bahay, don't you think po na dapat from then on, fini-freeze mo ng accounts?
Moto proprio na yun. So, alam niyo na po ng patay, pupunta na pala sa bahay sa wake, yung mga aliporas niyo dyan sa branch, then automatically kinabukasan after the visit sa wake, moto proprio, sila mismo gumawa yung freeze, freeze ng account.
Mr. Senator, I'm sorry po, ma'am.
I'm sorry, can I just say? No problem. My husband died December 16. His week was from December 18 to December 26. Bumisita po ang mga officers
December 18
up to December 26. Kasi December 26, dinala po namin, ako at si Councilor, kami ay okay pa nung ni Councilor, ako at si Councilor at ang kanyang girlfriend, dinala po namin ang labi ng asawa ko sa Davao to have it cremated. And Davao is 5 hours away from Tandag City. Pero during the wake period, the officers of Tandag City went to our house. Kilala po ang pamilya ng asawa ko. So, imposibleng walang may alam na patay ang asawa ko. And just to share with you, Senator, I spoke to, again, sinabi ko sa show nyo, I spoke to BDO again. Tinanong ko sa kanila, kailan nyo i-freeze ang account? Kailangan
may account ba kayo sa BDO mo?
Opo, meron po. And sabi ng BDO, the moment we find out, even if there's no letter yet, we will freeze the account.
Automatic? Even without you informing them or telling them?
So, because alam na, and kaya nga sabi ng BDO, especially ma'am, kung kilala yung pamilya ng asawa nyo, alam naman ng lahat na namatay siya. He's well loved in our province. So, imposible po na gagamitan ako ng technical ng RCBC na January lang nila ilan. Kasi sir, there were withdrawals up to after his death nga, di ba? Merong December 23 withdrawals, merong mid-January withdrawals. So, it's very unfair for RCBC to use technical terms sa akin.
Ayan, RCBC, nasaktan nyo lalo si Ma'am Gina. Sir, do not ever fucking smile. Do not, this is serious matter. Malungkot siya, ilang taon na ito nagmadalamhati siya, tapos pangising-isi ka dyan. Heck, don't do that, please.
Pasensya na po, Mr. Senator. And pasensya na rin, Madam Gina T. Ito pong mga informasyon ngayon nakakalat po lang namin after we received the invitation from the Senator. Sabi ko nga po, Mr. Senator, we will investigate kung talaga bang nagpadala ng flowers, kung talaga bang merong breach in the policy. Because sa sinasabi po ni Ms. Gina, ganun din po ang policy ng RCBC.
Bakit?
We put on hold the account once we get.
Isa pa, kung meron kayong magandang policy, bakit pinaikot-ikot nyo siya? Bakit hindi nyo siya ini-entertain as an heir? Alam niyo naman na wife siya, magtatanong siya ng mga information tungkol sa account, binibigyan siya ng hard time, at later on, pumayag na magbigay ng information, pero pag account lang, I mean, talagang binibigyan siya ng hard time, so parang may pinapaboran. And please don't laugh again, ha? Sige, pakisagot lang.
Mr. Senator, we will investigate that, as I said. But we have given Mrs. Gina T the information that she rightfully deserves as a surviving spouse.
Account number lang binigay nyo. Hindi
Yun
ako.
kasi ang balances, even transaction history po, nabigay po. In fact, kay Mrs. Gina T lang po namin sinare yung information na yan.
Is it right, Ma'am Gina?
As I mentioned, I give credit naman to RCBC for being helpful, but I had to go to the main office. I had to find a connection to get those records. But the fact remains that the branch office in Tandag they were never cooperative at all. I wrote letters to them repeatedly. They were never cooperative.
The branch?
Yes po.
So again, let me repeat. In fairness, yung main office, cooperative naman daw. After na magpunta sa main office, kasi sabi ko, RCBC itself as an institution, okay sila, wala tayong problema doon. Siguro doon sa branch at may mga tao doon sa branch na hindi gumagawa ng tama, hindi po nagpa-follow ng procedure. Yun dapat imbestigahan, find out, and then pag nakita nyo talaga may problema, may mali, then pagalitan nyo, gumawa kayo ng pala, isanction yung tao, sipakin yung kinakalan sa bakit, and then ibalik yung pera na na-withdraw.
Gagawin pa namin yan, Mr. Senator.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am Gina.
Sir, again, this is after the fact. So, 3 taon na po ang nakakaraan. I've been talking to RCBC since 2022. They know my lamentations, they know my reklamo. Alam nila katakot-takot na email, calls, ginawa ko. Kaya nga dumulog na ako sa inyo because wala namang nangyayari. So, kung sasabihin sa akin ng RCBC ngayon, just because you're in front of them, na they will do their investigation and due diligence, for me, it's water under the bridge. Kailan na naman ito matatapos?
Ma'am, continuous to yung ano natin. Hindi naman ako humingas ko kung dito sa Senado.
Yes,
Pag inipisa ako, tinatapos ko.
Sir, I trust you, but I
Thank
don't
you.
trust them, sorry.
Ay, okay, well, see, nakita niyo kasi CBC. Nasira yung trust niya sa bangko ninyo. Kasi hindi kayo maaagap, hindi kayo mabilis umaksyon. Once na dapat may pumunta sa inyo para magreklamo, ma-action agad kayo. Ay, 3 years na pala siya pabalik-balik. Ang bagal na action ninyo, mas pinapabulan niyo pa yung mga anak. Eh, din naman siya bilang isang legal wife. Widowed wife. O sana in-entertain niyo siya. But hindi eh. Pinabalik-balik niyo lang, pinabod niyo lang siya. Until na nagsumbong siya rito, hindi pa sana kayo umaksyon. Dito ito papayag. Pa-imbestiga ko kayo. Patatawag ko yung Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas kung kinakailangan. Every week maghiling tayo rito. Sige, 1 to sawa tayo. At pag nakita ko nagsinungaling kayo, ipapakontent ko kayo, may kulungan dyan sa baba, sa ilalim. Totoo. Marami na kami ng pakulong dyan, mga nagsinungaling, pinakontent namin. Totoo yan, it will happen. Pasensyaan tayo. Now, yung Metrobank naman, may issue pa rin kayo sa Metrobank man, di ba? Nasaan yung Metrobank here?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. I'm Janela Marie Pandillo from Metrobank.
Ano po yung posisyon ko sa Metrobank, Ma'am Pandillo?
Yes, I am the head of legal.
Okay. Go ahead po, Ma'am Gina. Ano yung problema sa Metrobank?
Sa Metrobank po, unlike ang RCBC that they were eventually cooperative po, ang Metrobank, they were never cooperative.
Never?
Yeah po. The most that they gave me was a list of my husband's bank accounts. 5 years. Yeah. So, yeah, we have the documents na 5 They just gave me a list of his bank accounts, but alam mo naman po natin na common sense na dapat isulat nila pati yung corresponding balance, diba? So despite my repeated letters to them, at first, of course, in-approach ko muna yung branch heads ng Tandag City, and ginamitan po nila ako ng bank secrecy law. Even if my lawyers told them otherwise na hindi dapat gamitan, talagang kulang na lang magmakaawa ako sa kanila. So pinahirapan nila ako. And then eventually, umamin po sila sa akin na they were given instructions by the first and second sons of my late husband, the eldest Kevin T. and the counselor Alvin C. T. Jr. They were given apparently instructions po not to release any documents to me or any of my lawyers. Inamin po ng branch head.
And sino po yung nag-amin sa inyo niya?
Nandun po sa...
May pangalan po tayo? Kasi baka i-deny nila eh.
Si Harold and si Randy Marinduque.
Harold and
Randy. Harold is the branch head and Marinduque is
magkapatid po ito, parang apelido?
Hindi po. Harold Honorides. Your staff to, sir, he has the...
Alright. Ma'am Janela.
Sir, can I add?
Go ahead po, Ma'am Gina.
Because hindi nila ako pinapansin sa Tandag City, I sent a letter to the president of Metrobank. I don't know him, but naglakas loob lang ako.
And who's the president of Metrobank?
Mr. Fabian D.
Fabian?
Yeah, D.
Okay.
He's the president. So I went personally to the head office of Metrobank. I didn't know anyone. Pumunta ako, may dala akong letter. It's a good thing his executive assistant accepted the letter. Ang tono po ng letter ko kay President Fabian D. of Metrobank is seeking his intervention na sana ma-overrule niya yung decision ng Tandag City. Kasi sabi ko, kung nagawa ng RCBC na matulungan ako at mabigyan ako ng peso account o peso value, sana kayo din. Unfortunately po, sir, ang ginawa po ng office ni Mr. Fabian D, they just course me to the customer care service. Alam naman natin na pag na-customer care, wala nang mangyayari dyan. I'm just one of those complainants. And to think, pinag-uusapan natin na ang mga nalipat na pera ay napunta sa bank account na nasa Metrobank. Kasi yung Mighty Oaks Corporation, doon po nilipat lahat yung pera.
So, imbis na action na ng tanggapan ni Mr. Fabian D, yung complaint mo, pinasa ka pababa sa customer care.
Via email pa.
Through email pa?
Yun lang.
And then may nangyari ba after na ipasa sa customer care?
Ang sabi ng customer care, we will look into it. Alam ko nang wala na yun.
Wala na.
There's no point.
Metrobank, please.
Your Honor, if I may be allowed to address. First of all, I would like to apologize to Ms. Gina T for the impression that we seem to be siding with one party. I would like to emphasize, Your Honor, that we, as a bank, have our procedures and we implement and follow this uniformly. In this case, for Your Honor, we are not siding with any party. It is unfortunate and we again regret that this incident led to this complaint from Ms. Gina T. But when I do confirm that when we received the letters from her, we replied and we provided the information that we could provide under the law.
And what are those information?
So we issued a total of 3 letters, Your Honor.
No, but what she was asking ay yung mga account numbers and the balance of those accounts, which pinagdamutan niyo sa kanya.
Your Honor, I would like to respectfully bring her attention to a certification, a letter dated January 31, 2022, which was in reply to a letter from her, I assume it's her attorney, because she was signatory to the letter, Attorney Peter Neil Trinidad. They were asking for a certification. Ms. Gina T signed at the bottom, and we replied to this and provided the outstanding balances as well, Your Honor. That was in addition to the first certification we provided.
So how many accounts were mentioned in response to her letter, and
5 accounts, Your Honor.
With balances?
Yes, Your Honor.
Siguro, go ahead. The lawyer can talk. Go ahead. Sir, kayo po magsalita. Pwede ka magsalita. Attorney Samuel Bernardo, lawyer of Ma'am Gina T.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. I have with me the certification given by Metrobank. It only states here the 5 accounts, the account type, account number, and then the account name.
And there's no amount?
No amount here.
So magkaiba kayo?
Your Honor, I am happy to provide counsel with a copy of this letter. It's to a certain Attorney Peter Neil Trinidad.
Sir, may I say that Attorney P.N. Trinidad used to be the legal counsel of the children, but he resigned as a counsel.
Of the children?
Of the children.
Not of you?
Not of me. So, hindi naman siguro ako dudulog kay Attorney kay Senator Raffy sa show nyo kung meron akong documents of Metro.
Okay, Ma'am Janela, you're a lawyer. Okay, yung binabanggit mong lawyer, lawyer yun ng kabila na inireklamo nga niya.
Your Honor, in the letter, Ms. Gina signed also.
But were you sure that she was provided a copy, or at least to her lawyer?
A copy was, hold on, Your Honor, let me just bring out my copy.
Was that hard copy letter or email?
Hard copy, Your Honor.
So pag hard copy, dapat meron siyang receiving signature na na-receive niya yung letter. Kasi naka-address sa kanya, di ba? Kung talagang naka-address sa kanya, dapat yung, was it through mail or registered mail, regular letter, snail mail,
yes, Your Honor. So for clarity, the letter was dated January 21. It was written by Attorney Peter Neil Trinidad with the signed conformity of Ms. Gina T. and signed also by one of the heirs, / attorney in fact. No? We then replied to this letter and sent it to Attorney Peter Neil Trinidad.
Kaya nga, yung letter na, okay, maaaring sabihin natin muna, baka ko tanongin si Ma'am Gina, na nag-conform siya doon sa request na pinadala sa sulat sa inyo, and in return, nag-reply kayo. Sinasabi niya, hindi siya naka-receive ng reply ninyo. So, ang tanong ko ngayon, ano yung mode of reply ninyo? Sabi mo, hard copy. Paano ba? Snail mail? Ano ba yung FedEx? Registered mail? Paano? O may ginamit kayo messenger?
May I just confirm for a minute, Mr.
Okay.
Chairman, on the exact mode for accuracy?
So, while nag-examine si Ma'am Gina,
Sir,
would you like to say something?
Sir, if I may say, correct po kayo na I may have signed a request letter, but the question is, where is the response of that request letter, which we don't have at all.
Kasi kaya tinatanong ko nga po, ma'am.
So, baka maaari din na-forge. Hindi ko po alam.
So, dapat yung reply ninyo, yung pagpapadala nyo nung, kasi nireklamo nga niya yung kabila, Ma'am Janela. So, natanggap niya ba? Kasi kung natanggap niya yan, hindi na siya pumunta sa akin. Ba't pa siya magpagod pumunta sa opisina ko, sa programa ko, kung natanggap niya yan? Kasi yan naman kailangan niya, kaysa pabalik-balik ko sa inyo. You would like to say, Attorney,
Yes,
say something?
Mr. Chair, I would like to add, based on the letter given by Metrobank, it was dated January 21, 2022, which they replied as to only the account type, account number, and account name. However, following that, on January 26, 2022, January 26, 2022, Ms. Gina T. Sent a letter again to Metrobank Tandag to Mr. Randy Marinduque to ask the complete full bank history, activity, and transactions, which was signed by Ms. Gina T. herself, but there was no letter reply. This was duly received by Metrobank, and this was copy furnished to our office.
Right. So, na-receive doon. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, Ma'am Janela, meron making ebidensya na na-receive ni Ma'am Gina yung reply ninyo na sinasabi nyo nandun yung account number at nandun yung balance.
Pinapacheck ko lang po, Your Honor, on the mode on how it was sent.
Well, you should have done that kasi alam mo naman yan ang pag-usapan natin. So, ngayon pa tayo magpapacheck? Naghabol tayo ng oras.
I apologize, Your Honor, but we do confirm that there was a reply to the lawyer.
Sabihin na natin may reply. Kaya nga, you're a lawyer. You should know better. Pag nasa korte tayo, baka pinagalitan ka na ni judge. Dapat meron kang way na ma-determina kung yung reply nyo ba ay na-receive niya o hindi. O kung siya ba gusto naka-receive. Para makikita natin doon, receive, tapos sign niya. O sinabi, pinadala sa lawyer. Ngayon, sabi niya, hindi naman niya lawyer. Lawyer ng kabila yun. O sabihin natin, for the sake of argument, talaga nag-confirm siya. Okay. Pero that was before na nagkagulo-gulo. Nagkagulo-gulo na, kasi magbaka yung sagot nyo. Kaya dapat tuwing mag-reply kayo, kung sino yung nandoon sa letter na nag-request, pareho kung dalawang tao, dalawang party, both parties should be sent a copy, and then you should get a receiving signature from them.
That point is well taken, Your Honor. I will investigate on the mode of it, if it was sent.
Ngayon, Ma'am Gina, di ba may reklamo pa rin kayong mga cheque na...
Yes, Your Honor. So, the main reason naman talaga po na lumapit po ako sa inyo, sir, is to find clarity na ano na yung mga cheque na yun, diba? Which they said they will investigate. Na para sa akin, sir, don't you think po na much deserved, long overdue justice na ako. After 3 years, mag-check pa lang sila, mag-do due diligence lang sila, ngayon lang sila mag-investigate. When I repeatedly complained to both banks.
Those checks in question,
yes,
when were they issued?
They were issued when my husband was still in the hospital and even after his death.
Pareho rin sa RCBC?
Yung sa Metrobank po. If I mentioned po, sir, sa Metrobank, sa show ninyo, we did not reach that point because nga they were not cooperating at all. So I have no way to find out any data po because wala silang binibigay na bank balances. The most that Metrobank has helped me with is just the list of the bank account numbers. That's it.
So Metrobank, dapat pakita nyo yung activity, especially habang nasa ospital si Mr. T and then hanggang sa siya ay namatay.
Your Honor.
In the name of transparency, you should do that. And kung sabihin yung bank secrecy, air naman siya eh.
Your Honor, we would be happy to provide the information with the written consent of all the legal heirs or upon a court order, Your Honor.
Upon the court order?
Yes, Your Honor. But as an exception, Your Honor, to the bank secrecy.
BSP is here. I need your opinion on this.
Mr. Chair, with respect to the BSP, we are not aware of any information about that incident or case of Ms. Gina T because we just received the information yesterday. The one thing that we did yesterday was to ask first RCBC and Metrobank if there's a complaint against them by Ms. Gina T, and the second one is to ask our Consumer Protection and Market Conduct if they have received a complaint also from Ms. Gina T. Based on that, we don't have a complaint from...
No, my question, Attorney Negradas, and maybe talk to your colleagues sa BSP, yung sinasabi nito ngayon ng Metrobank, kahit na air pa siya, and the only time na i-release nila yung bank activities sa account ng kanyang husband is to court order.
In my opinion, Mr. Chair, I think there's a BIR resolution or memorandum circular on that, sir. BIR based on the recent amendment of the trade law.
So I think the BIR.
I cannot state, Your Honor, this perfect provision, but basically it says that if there's death of the depositor, they just have to comply with, and the heirs just have to comply with the requirements of the BIR. and then it can be withdrawn subject to withholding of like 6%. I think I'm not sure of that.
So ibig sabihin, merong memorandum sa BIR in the event of a death for the depositor, yung heir nila just to have to comply doon sa BIR, bayarin mga taxes, whatever, and para ma-withdraw nila yung pera, ma-release sa kanila.
Yes, Your Honor, that's my understanding based on the memorandum circular of the BIR. But that would again depend on the internal policy of the bank.
Kasi nga po, and RCBC and Special Metro Bank, yung heir din naman kasi mga anak, nakapag-withdraw, na-transfer sa company ng mga anak. Meaning, yung mga anak ay nakapag-withdraw. Kasi doon sa likod, pangalan ng mga, sabi nga ni Ma'am Gina, pangalan ng mga company na ang mga owners ay yung mga anak ng counselor. So that means the counselor was allowed to withdraw. Was given access to all the information doon sa bangko. Pat kay Gina, pinagdatamutan ninyo, ang dami yung pasikot-sikot, kailangan para mga court order, etc. Pag dito sa kabila, wala ng court order, anytime makapag-withdraw kahit na hindi na dapat.
I apologize if that is the impression, Your Honor.
No, that's not the impression. That's what happened. That's not the impression. No. Don't give me those legal technicalities. No. That's not the impression. That's what happened exactly. When you say impression, hindi pa totoo. Parang opinion lang. Hindi. It's a fact. I'm stating fact here. Yes, ma'am.
Senator, if I may add also, I concur with attorney from the BSP. The family has done their due diligence. We have paid the 6% estate tax already.
Who did pay?
Kami, nung nag-gusto,
sino kaninong pera
kaming mga bata, nagpumirma na po kami na yung estate tax babayaran na, yung 6% of the value of the estate. So nabayaran na po siya, merong documents na binayaran na ng mga bata sa Tandag City.
Kasama mo kayo doon?
Opo, pumirma ako. So kaya nga that time, nag-uusap pa kami. Kaya nga after that, dapat madidistribute na yung mga assets.
Yes.
Diba? Real and personal properties. Pero, tama po kayo, the lady here from Metrobank cannot tell me that the impression, it's not an impression, attorney. The fact remains that you gave full access to my stepchildren and you did not give me that accord.
So, therefore, pwede tayong pumunta doon sa sinasabi ng BIR kasi ito ngayon, itong Metrobank nagsasabi kailangan meron pang attorney, magkakaiba-iba sa BDO. Ang sinasabi ng BDO, nung lumapit si Ma'am Gina kasi may account siya doon, kung sa amin yan, okay. Hindi ka na mahirapan pa. Even RCBC, mukhang okay na. Kaya sa Metrobank, nagmamatigas. Itong si Fabian D, dumapit na sa kanya si Ma'am, pinasa pa sa customer care. Sino ba itong si Fabian D? He's the owner of Metrobank.
He's our president, Your Honor.
Yes, go ahead po, Ma'am.
Your Honor, I just wish to clarify, it's true that under the train law, when the train law was enacted, BIR issued two relevant issuances, allowing an heir to withdraw his share from the estate subject to withholding of 6% tax, Your Honor. That does not, however, address my point earlier that I am still prevented from disclosing information pursuant to Republic Act 1405 to a non-account holder on or to someone who is not authorized to get information on the deposits.
Okay, bakit yung ibang heir na allow na makapag-withdraw? Bakit siya hindi? Equal dapat yan. Kasi wife siya, tapos meron children itong husband niya. So equal access dapat sila. Nakapag-withdraw yung iba, ito siya hindi.
Hypothetically, Your Honor, no one will be able to withdraw.
Exactly. So bakit nakapag-withdraw? Bakit meron pa rin pera lumabas at withdraw nung mga anak o stepson niya? Siya hindi nakapag-withdraw ni Sing Kunduling.
Uniformly po sa amin, hindi po yan makakapag-withdraw, Your Honor. Hindi ko lang po pwede sagutin specific.
Pero nakapag-withdraw. It's a fact.
I apologize, Your Honor. I cannot confirm that in these proceedings as that is covered by bank secrecy law, Your Honor.
BSP, anong opinion po dito? Kasi narinig mo kanina, yung heir, yung mga anak, nakapag-withdraw, nabigyan ng access and all, tuloy-tuloy pa rin labas ng pera. Pero itong isa, yung wife, hindi.
Your Honor, what we really do with respect to the supervision of banks is to determine the bank's compliance with relevant laws, rules, and regulations. And one of that would probably, the one that being told right now is the bank secrecy law. And based on the bank secrecy law, it should not be disclosed to other persons, not as depositors.
Okay.
So probably in that case, although we don't have yet the specifics about that case, probably in that case, what was provided to the children, because they're, I don't know if they're depositors or they co-depositors, I'm not sure.
They're not the same as the wife.
In that case, they should not be divulged to anyone if they are not the depositors. Under that rule, Your Honor.
And then under that rule, dapat wala dapat perang lalabas. Wala dapat pera mag-withdraw. Equal. Okay. So siguro sa susunod na hearing natin, kailangan patawag siguro natin si Mr. D. Go ahead, Ma'am Gina.
Senator, if I may,
Recording in progress.
Just for the record, my husband and I have a joint account in Metrobank. So is the counselor. But again, because the estate, diba, pagka deceased na, the accounts are frozen, whether it be real property or personal property, right? Ako, when I try to withdraw, hindi ko alam na ang law pala, pag may joint account, hindi ko alam. I only found out when, of course, when my husband died and taking care of the estate, I only found out po that pag may joint account ang mag-asawa at yung isa namatay, even if buhay yung isa, frozen ang bank account. Okay, I didn't know that. But when I tried to withdraw from Metrobank, they said they cannot release any withdrawals because it's frozen. Pero yung sa side ng mga bata, they allowed it. So that's for the record.
Okay. May policy ang ibang banko for a single account. I'm not gonna mention the name of the banks. So parang unique ang Metrobank, nag-iisa lang ata kayo, no? Dito for single account depositor, NSO, certified copy of the death certificate of the depositor, tapos certified 2 copy birth certificate of the depositor, certified 2 copy marriage contract of parents of depositor, and then parents likewise deceased, NSO certified 2 copy of death certificate, and then number 5, certified 2 copy birth certificate, is number 6, birth certificate of the depositors, and then withholding tax of 6%. And then in this case, ma-release na sa heir, even if it's a single account. Ibang bangko to. Sa bagay, iba naman siguro kayo, baka kayong unique, lahat ng bangko siguro para sa inyo may bago kayo, iba kayong policy. I'm just stating to you, ito yung patakaran ng maraming bangko kasama na yung BDO na isa sa pinakamalaking bangko sa buong Pilipinas. What's your opinion? Siyempre, sabagay, iba naman policy ninyo, iba naman policy ng bangko, pero halos karami ng mga bangko ito, ang polisiya. Kayo dyan sa Metrobank, iba.